everyone. Very glad to be here. My name is Derek Tam and I'm the CEO of TREX. I'm very grateful and really excited to be able to present to you our business idea today, which, strictly speaking, started just over 20 years ago when my father's very first racehorse won the Hong Kong Gold Cup back in 1997. I must have watched that clip over 500 times and it still gives me goosebumps. That moment right there was when I fell in love with horse racing, and it gave me the very first time, gave me the thrill of winning. Holding that trophy in my hands made me feel like I was on top of the world. And I want to share that experience with you today. By becoming a racehorse owner in my own right, I've tried to recapture that winning moment ever since and have accumulated many wonderful moments on the way. In my opinion, no other sport can offer the same level of pure exhilaration that being an owner of a winning racehorse gives you. But what's more, being an owner of a racehorse can give you significant financial returns. Did you know? If your horse wins at the racetrack, its value can multiply many times over. And at the right time, when you sell your horse, you can sell it at a much higher valuation than when you purchase it. Or you can choose to send it to a very lucrative breeding career. To give you a quick example of what I'm talking about, the magnitude of returns that I'm talking about, I'll give you an example. This horse is called Vancouver. It was purchased for just under 200,000 Australian dollars. It won 4 of its 5 starts, including one of the most prestigious races in Australia, called the Golden Slipper, and it was subsequently sold to stud for a huge amount of money. Would anyone want to guess how much it was sold for? 1 million? Any other guess? 10.
15.
It was sold for 40 million Australian dollars. No joke. Within a short period of 6 months, the valuation of this horse exploded 200 times as a result of winning one race. So you would ask, for everyone who's interested in horse racing, why would they want to be an owner? Well, the answer is quite simple. It's expensive. Not only do you have to pay for a relatively high price to buy a horse, it's also a monthly upkeep of roughly about $5,000 per month. That makes it a little bit out of reach for most people, and that's why the sport is still dominated by the super rich. And that's the reason why we're here today. We want to revolutionize the sport like never before. So let me introduce you to TREX. It stands for Thoroughbred Racing Exchange. We aim to be the first distributed platform to trade racehorse ownership in the world. Our vision is to leverage the power of blockchain to harness the growth and capital of the racing industry. How big is this market? In one word, it's enormous. But in terms of figures, every year, 170,000 races are held across 47 countries, employing 1.6 million people and generating just over $300 billion of economic impact to the world. According to the International Horse Racing Federation, the betting turnover and prize money related to horse racing has been steadily increasing over the past decade, and that trend is still rising. To give you another example of how popular this sport really is, the Melbourne Cup that was held at the beginning of this month attracted 750 million people watching it either on the TV screens or on their mobile phones. There were over 1 million Twitter impressions made regarding to this race that stopped the nation, as racing fans were eager to express their opinions on social media directly afterwards. And that is the piece of the pie we want to capture. However, it's not easy without the right technology, because the industry has its own problems. It is inefficient, fragmented, and opaque. For owners, not only is it expensive to participate, and because of the high cost of entry, there's also a lack of data and information to help them make the right purchase of the horse, and that makes it highly risky. Shares in horses are very difficult to buy and sell because there's no centralized marketplace or trusted platform to execute these secondary market transactions. And that, combining all these factors, is the reason why it's still dominated by the super rich. So what is our solution? It's quite simple, really. We tokenize our horses and use blockchain to maintain records of ownership. Each horse is fractionalized into 10,000 little pieces, or shares, if you want to classify them as, but we call them digital ownership certificates, or DOCs for short, making it much more affordable for owners to buy. Basically, a DOC is a smart contract that is specifically written for each individual horse. And our token holders can purchase any amount up to 100%. Just to explain myself even clearer, let's visualize this. I would like to use an analogy. Think of the stock exchange, but instead of companies being listed on the exchange, we have horses listed onto our platform. Instead of company shares being traded, we have DOCs instead. This is a screenshot of how our user interface might look like in the future. And basically, we're providing a 24/7 trading platform for buyers and sellers of shares in the horses. Using blockchain, we build trust by maintaining an immutable thoroughbred database which keeps all the important information and data related to the horse. We keep all the vet reports, trainer updates, and communications from the stable, so that the buyer will have exactly the same information as the seller. As well as providing the most up-to-date information about the horses, our media hub will also allow owners to communicate with each other, sharing information and development about their horses, and to form a powerful social media and sharing economy, fostering an even stronger community in the process. There will also be a TREX racing club where our superstars of the show will be promoted, which are the horses. So if you imagine, there's Ferrari in the motor racing world, there's Manchester United in the football world. We're going to create a club that represents horse racing for racing fans to support and lend their allegiance to. In a nutshell, TREX is an interactive online to offline trading platform, providing rapid settlements, transparency, security, and accuracy. Just a few benefits that I want to mention. TREX token ecosystem is represented here very quickly. I'm not going to go into the details, but basically everything is driven by the token. All the transactions and activities on our platform will require our TREX token in order to perform the transactions. All prize money will be distributed in the form of TREX tokens and goes back to the DOC holders. And when our horses win the big races, we will leverage the power of the world sport media coverage to basically gain a free marketing tool to further promote our platform, attracting more owners, buying more horses, winning more races, getting even more exposure, and this virtuous cycle carries on. Not only does the platform allow transactions, but also gives the TREX ownership experience a big boost. These are examples of what the TREX owner will get. They will get proof of ownership, voting rights relating to the naming of the horses, to the making influential decisions about their racing career. They're allowed to meet their racehorses at the stables, receive live streaming race videos, and VIP access to the racetrack. Our roadmap, just to quickly go through it. Within 72 months, our portfolio of racehorses is expected to grow up to 2,000 racehorses and rolled out on the website and mobile app, which cover the focused markets that we aim for, and the total ecosystem value should exceed $1 billion. This is an amazing project, and we need the right people in our team to carry it out. So from trading technology experts to blockchain, AI, and data scientists, to bloodstock agents, vets, trainers, breeders, we have everyone we have all experts in the right areas to help us carry this project to fruition. To highlight a few of our key advisors, Alex Frost is the chairman of the Athletic Group, which recently led a consortium to buy out the toad in the UK. We have Tony Penny, who was an executive director of racing for the Hong Kong Jockey Club, who is also lending his credibility to this project. But the key advisor I would like to highlight to you is our chief bloodstock consultant, Guy Mulcaster. He was the purchaser of Winx, and for the people who doesn't know who Winx is, she's the world champion, the current world champion racehorse, winner of 29 consecutive races for total prize money of just over 22 million Australian dollars. She's so popular and famous in her country that the Australian government even issued a stamp in her honour. So Guy is widely regarded as the top bloodstock agent in the world, and we're very glad that we have signed a strategic alliance, an exclusive agreement with Guy. But I'll let you hear what Guy has got to say about the project.
Guy Mulcaster, Managing Director of Mulcaster Bloodstock. We've sourced the winners of 46 Group 1 wins over the last 5 years. Amongst those have been World Champion mare Winx. She's won her last 29 races, including 21 Group 1 races. Amongst those have been 4 Cox Plates and 3 Queen Elizabeths. Group 1 winners sought by Mulcaster Bloodstock include the Autumn Sun. He's won 3 Group 1s from his 6 starts at the races and been sold for an Australian record this year to Standard Arrowfield stud at the end of his racing career. We also bought Sacred Falls, Preferment, Kermadec, Unforgotten, and the list goes on. I believe TR Exchange is innovative and unique for the racing industry, and I'm very excited to be involved in the purchasing of horses for the TR Exchange. We think they're going to be great for the racing industry.
So this is our exciting project. To launch TREX, we're looking for a soft cap of $10 million, rising to $150 million. And there's an example of allocation, what we're going to use the money for. Our vision and contribution to society, looking to lower barriers to entry, build a 24/7 trusted marketplace, providing relevant data and information to users, use technology to further enhance the ownership experience, remove geographical constraints, and last but not least, help to promote the sport of horse racing and make it even more widespread. To wrap up, I want to say, wanting to win is one of the most important and fundamental instincts that drives us all to succeed. TREX is more than a chance to win. It is a chance to be a part of the future of racing. Thank you.